Hi guys, how are you? Hope you're doing fine. I hope you have been growing in your different endeavors in life. This is Rise with Gladys Modoni. This is a place where we learn, we practice, and we grow. And we are still on our series, The 21 Foolish Things That People Do, a book written by Dr. Paul Enenche. And I promised to do 5 lessons that outstood for me in this book. I have already done the first two. So this is the third one. And let's go straight into the video. So today we will be doing his fourth lesson. And this is what he said. It is unwise for you to live above counsel. People who are full of themselves and they cannot take advice from other people. They cannot let other people pour into their lives so that they are able to do better. It is foolish not to allow yourself to be given counsel by others. And in this, he writes some verses that I'm going to read to us. Proverbs chapter 12. I told you that most of the lessons in this book are based on the book of Proverbs. Proverbs is the book of wisdom. And so we are gaining more and more of wisdom. And by wisdom, we are able to reign in life. So, Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. This is what it says. The ways of a fool seem right to them, but the wise listen to advice. You see, this is a wise person, but they still know that I don't know everything. Nobody in this world has the ability to know everything. We are all gifted differently and we are all exposed to different environments. And because of that, we would have mastered a lot in a certain area, but for sure nobody knows everything. So that leaves room for you to receive from the expertise of the next person, for you to receive from the experience of the other person. It's only fools who think that they know everything. The day you get to a place where you feel like I don't need to be told, that is a dangerous place because it makes you not want to listen. And when people discover that you don't want to listen, they refrain from telling you. So even when they see you making wrong choices and going the wrong direction, they refrain from telling you because they know you will not take the advice anyway. So another verse, this one is not in the book, but I choose to add it because it speaks a lot. It is Proverbs 11, verse 14, and this is what it says. For lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors. You can imagine that a whole nation, as big as it is, it can fall because of lack of guidance. What about you, who is just a single person? How low can you fall for lack of advice and for not receiving the expertise of others? I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm located somewhere near the road, so there's a lot of background noise. So it is very, very dangerous for you not to be receiving any advice from people. And um, in the book, he gives examples of people. There are people right now who are behind bars because they refuse to take the advice. You know, people told you, don't walk along with these people. You know, how you're going in life, you're going to end up in a bad place. But they chose not to listen. And because of that, today they are behind bars. There are people who are living a life of regret because people told them, you know, the way you are handling your finances, the way you are handling your life, the places you're going to, you'll end up in a bad place. But those people chose, me, I'm not going to listen. And because of that, today they're in a place where they regret. But on the flip side, there are people who followed advice. And because of that one advice they followed, today they are in a very, very good place and they are doing better in life because they chose to listen. Even in the Bible, look at a person like Naaman. Naaman had leprosy. And do you know the advice that he got was from a slave girl? He would have chosen not to listen to this slave girl. What was a slave girl telling someone who is in the army about his condition? But Naaman listened. When the slave girl told him there's this prophet and there's this man of God in Israel who can help you, Naaman followed. And because he followed that advice, he was able to get healing for his sickness. Having quality people in life is one of the things that will make you have a quality destiny. When you have people continuously pouring into you their wisdom. And some of this wisdom, for them to be able to get, it has taken them a very long time. I love Cindy Trim, and one of the videos I was watching from her, she was saying that one day she was willing, I don't remember the exact amount of money she paid that man, like to sit with that man for breakfast, because that man had experience in business. It's experience that he has gained for a long time, and she was willing to pay him a very high amount of money, which I've said I can't remember exact, but it was a very high amount of money, to just to be able to sit with this man and receive the wisdom. You see, the mistakes you could make in 10 years, this man has already made it. And because he has already made those mistakes, and he knows the strong points and the weak points. When you sit with him, then you can be able to evade those same mistakes that he made. You can be able to use the strong points that he used, so that you can get better. And that was not enough. I was also listening to Joshua Selman, and he was saying one of the ways of rising in life is listening to people. That problem that you're dealing with, to another person, it's like, taking down water. They have been through it, they have mastered the skill of how those problems are solved. So when you sit with them, that which look like a mountain to you, in like 2 minutes, they're able to tell you, go and do this and this, and your problem is solved. So don't be a person who lives above counsel. If you listen to every great man, they have people around them who pour into them. Look even at presidents of countries. They do not operate by themselves. They have people who have different skills around them. They have people who are good with economics. They have people who are good with, forming policies. They have many people around them who sit with them and advise them and tell them, if you lead the country in this way, if you let this happen, your country will become better. So if you live above counsel, it's a very, very risky place. And even in this book, he gives examples of, some people look down upon women. Somehow, it's not explained. It's something I would be interested to study and learn. Women have this intuition. It's like an added intuition. They're able to tell things more than men. He has written it in his book. And that's a topic we can look into and study more. And I can attest to it. There are things my mom will tell me, and she does not have prior knowledge, but she just knows that she knows. I also even have another friend, my cousin, Michelle. Of course, you'll hear her name many times because we talk a lot. And there are things she tells me, and out of testing them, I find them so accurate. And there are things I also know. I don't have prior knowledge of that thing. Like, I can meet with a person, I don't have prior knowledge, but I can tell this person is not a good person. It's discernment. I know even men have it, discernment, but women seem to have some extra intuition. I don't know. I don't understand. That's something I would be willing to learn. And people will tell you, that person, that friend you brought home, you hear your mom or your wife or your sister telling you that friend of yours, I know a lot of friends that you have, but that specific one that you brought home, he's not a good person. And you'll be telling them, how do you know? According to your own knowledge, you think they are good people. And then in the long run, you'll come to learn, that person was not a good person. So be always willing. Don't be so quick to cut people when they are telling you something. Of course, there's a place for you to choose which counsel to take, because there are people who are not good counselors, and there's a place for you to choose which counsel to take, but don't always be so quick to cut off what people are telling you. They may be seeing a side of something that you are not able to see. So, and by the end of this, he says that a wise man, when he hears wise things, he takes a book and writes them down, and he begins to ask questions and write down the answers, because by doing that, they get counsel, and counsel is strength. So I hope this is helpful to you, and that you'll not always be willing, you will be willing to take counsel, of course, quality counsel that will help you to push forward in your life. So until next time, bye-bye. And if you've not subscribed, please hit that subscription button, and let's grow this family. So bye-bye. See you next time.